Chosen one. Millions are already on their way to you. You win. Chosen one, this message is for you, and only you. There is a shift happening in your favor that cannot be reversed. You may not see the full evidence of it yet, but the motion has already started. The wheels are turning. The currents of destiny have caught your name in the stream, and now nothing will stop your overflow. The universe has made its decision. You win. Not by chance, not by accident, not because of luck, but because it was always meant to be this way. You were always marked for something extraordinary. And now, the millions are already on their way to you. So before we go any deeper, I want you to do two powerful things that will amplify the flow of energy heading in your direction. First, stay with me and watch this video all the way until the end. Because this is no ordinary video. This is a spiritual transmission, a message encoded with divine energy that was meant to reach you at this exact time. Second, write in the comments your warmest wish and the number 777. Why? Because symbolizes fulfillment just before completion. It's the spiritual number of overflow, one step away from the flood of abundance. When you write it, you activate the portal. When you write it, the energy responds. And when you dare to speak your warmest wish, you allow the universe to start rearranging everything to make it real. Wishes come true when they are energized by clarity, intention, and belief. And right now, all three are aligning for you. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. This is the beginning of a new chapter in your life. A chapter where the only direction you're allowed to look is forward. A chapter where your future is no longer uncertain. It's inevitable. No longer are you on the sidelines watching others live out their dreams while you wait. No longer will you wonder if it's ever going to be your turn. Because your turn has arrived. The curtain has lifted. The delay is over. And what's making its way to you isn't just change. It's abundance, multiplied and magnified beyond your past. You see, millions are not just a number in your bank account. They are a vibration in your field. And that vibration is now activated. Let's get something straight, chosen one. The millions that are coming are not about ego, they're about alignment. This isn't about showing off. It's about showing up for your destiny. It's about stepping into your divine inheritance with boldness and fire. You've been through seasons where you had to stretch every dollar. You've lived days where you wondered how the bills would be paid, how the needs would be met, how you'd even make it to the next week. And through it all, you kept showing up. You kept believing. You kept trusting, even when it was hard. And now, the reward is chasing you down. The floodgates are opening, not because you begged for them to, but because your faith demanded it. When the universe wants to reward a soul that kept going despite the odds, it sends compensation that looks like overflow. It sends blessings in bulk. It sends miracles in motion. The energy you've been radiating, resilience, gratitude, faith, and perseverance, has been collected, measured, and returned in the form of wealth. You were never losing. You were building interest. You were never being denied. You were being positioned. And now, everything is coming full circle. That circle is made of millions. Millions in value. Millions in opportunity. Millions in blessings. This isn't wishful thinking. This is a universal response to divine readiness. Understand this. Financial overflow isn't random. It's attracted by frequency. And your frequency has changed. The moment you decided to believe in your worth, everything in the universe conspired to reward that belief. The millions that are heading toward you are responding to the signal you've been sending. And that signal says, I'm ready now, ready to handle wealth responsibly, ready to walk in truth and not survival, ready to take the limits off, ready to become the version of me that I was always meant to be. When your internal readiness reaches a tipping point, external blessings begin to chase you down. And that's exactly what's happening. The energy you feel right now? That's alignment locking in. You're not imagining the shift. You're living inside of it. The signs are everywhere, and soon the confirmations will be too. Doors that were closed are about to open on their own. Contracts will find their way to you without effort. Unexpected checks will arrive. Business ideas will explode. Opportunities will land without explanation. And none of it will feel forced. It will feel natural, because it was yours from the beginning. The universe is not just giving you millions, it's giving you restoration. For the time you lost, for the effort you poured out, for the tears that no one saw, for the nights you stayed up praying, hoping, working, believing. Restoration is coming in financial form. And here's the truth that few are willing to say: you can't help others if you're constantly drowning. You can't change the world when you're always worried about making it through the month. That's why the millions are necessary. Not for vanity, but for vision. Not for greed, but for greatness. Your heart is pure. You don't want millions to dominate. You want them to serve, to bless, to build, to create. That's why you're being trusted with more. That's why the shift in your reality is happening now. You're no longer the person who simply survives. You're becoming the person who multiplies. And that transformation is what makes the wealth sustainable. With God's blessings, you are invited to bless this message by giving a divine gift of $20 or more through the Super Thanks button on YouTube. Together, let's spread faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into your own life, but also to those who need it most. Your generosity becomes a seed of inspiration and healing for countless souls. As this abundance rushes in, something deep within you is waking up, a knowing that has always lived in you, but was once buried under doubt, fear, and lack. But now, it's rising. It's coming back online. And it's whispering something powerful. You were always meant for more. That voice isn't ego, it's destiny. It's your soul remembering the truth. The truth that you were sent here not to settle, but to shine. Not to shrink, but to expand. Not to scrape by, but to overflow. That's why the millions are responding to you. They recognize your light. They recognize your frequency. And they are returning home to their rightful owner. Every day forward, expect. Not from desperation, but from certainty. Expect opportunities to find you. Expect divine connections to show up out of nowhere. Expect your bank account to reflect your inner transformation. Speak to your life with authority. Affirm the overflow. Call in the millions like they are already yours, because they are. The only thing that was ever missing was your realization of that fact. And now that you know, nothing can stop it. You are magnetic. You are powerful. You are aligned. And because of that, money is no longer running from you. It's running to you with speed. Even when it looks quiet around you, don't be fooled. Behind the scenes, angels are moving. Alignments are taking place. Things are shifting in your favor faster than you think. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where you need to be. The months you thought were wasted were actually preparing the soil. And now, the harvest will be nothing short of miraculous. The universe is about to show you what it means to be compensated for your alignment. Not just with money, but with peace, with power, with platforms, with partnerships, with properties, with possibilities beyond your imagination. And it all begins now. From this point forward, you are stepping into a new financial identity. One where struggle is not your normal. One where lack is not your story. One where money isn't a stress. It's a stream. A never-ending, ever-growing, divinely aligned stream that feeds your dreams, funds your mission, supports your legacy, and blesses others. The millions are already on their way. Not maybe, not someday, not hopefully. They are already coming, already moving, already yours. All you have to do is stay aligned, stay grateful, and stay open. The flow has started, and it will not stop until you're living the life that was written for you from the beginning. There's a difference between wanting and embodying, and right now, you are no longer just someone who wants wealth. You are someone who embodies the frequency of it. You've become the magnet. You've become the center of attraction. And here's what makes you powerful. You didn't force it. You became it. You didn't chase it. You aligned with it. You decided to hold a different belief about yourself and your life. You dared to say, I am no longer waiting for change. I am the change. That declaration sent out a signal across the universe, and now everything is responding to you. You don't need to beg for overflow when you are the embodiment of it. You don't need to convince anyone or prove anything when the energy of millions is already vibrating through your aura. The money is on its way because it is responding to the one thing that moves faster than time: frequency. And your frequency has become undeniable. It's not about being perfect, it's about being aligned. It's about knowing that abundance is your birthright, not your reward for suffering. It's about understanding that the moment you tuned in to your higher truth, everything began unfolding exactly as it should. There's a divine intelligence guiding this journey, and that intelligence knows exactly what you need, when you need it, and how it needs to come. You may have thought you were behind. You may have looked around at others and felt like life was moving faster for them. But what you didn't see was the foundation being built beneath you. What you didn't realize was that the deeper the roots, the higher the rise. And your rise, chosen one, is different. It's not fragile. It's not temporary. It's not conditional. It's eternal. It's unstoppable. It's saturated in purpose. That's why it took time. That's why it had to be divine. The millions that are on their way to you are not random. They are not just for comfort. They are part of a sacred mission. They are the resources you were always meant to command in order to carry out the next chapter of your soul's work. You are being trusted with wealth because you have the heart to handle it. You've been refined in the fire of disappointment. You've been shaped by moments that broke you open. And now, you carry wisdom that cannot be taught. It can only be earned. That's why when these blessings arrive, you'll know exactly what to do with them. You won't waste them. You'll multiply them. And yes, there will be moments when your old identity tries to creep back in. Moments when you'll question if this level of abundance is really meant for you. But let me remind you of something powerful. You've already shifted. The old version of you isn't in charge anymore. You are no longer living from the energy of scarcity. You are no longer trapped in the thought pattern that says just enough is acceptable. You're done surviving. You're done scraping. You're done settling. You are stepping into a state of receiving. And in that state, everything changes. When the universe sees that you are ready to not just receive but sustain, that's when the gates open wider. And they're opening now. You're being pushed into position. The right people are being drawn to you. The perfect opportunities are about to land without effort. The clients, the contracts, the connections, the cash, it's all coming. And what's more powerful is that it will feel natural. It won't feel like striving. It won't feel like begging. It will feel like breathing. Why? Because when something is divinely timed, it arrives with grace. And grace is your new normal. There's something else I want to remind you of. You are no longer in competition. You are in creation. You're not in a race. You're in a realm. And in this realm, you are supported, not compared. You are elevated, not evaluated. You are seen by the universe as worthy of more than you've imagined, and it is acting accordingly. That's why you don't need to worry about how it will come. You don't need to figure out every step. You just need to stay in alignment. Keep walking with faith, and let the unfolding reveal itself. You are not being ignored. You are being celebrated in secret, and soon that celebration will be public. Don't underestimate how far you've come. The reason your breakthrough is so massive is because your battles were too. You've conquered thoughts that once drowned you. You've stood tall in rooms that tried to shrink you. You've smiled on days you wanted to collapse. And now, every one of those silent victories is being repaid in a loud way. That's why the millions are chasing you. Because the universe has kept receipts. It remembers what you endured, and it's paying you with interest. The repayment isn't just monetary, it's energetic, it's emotional, it's spiritual. You're being healed while being blessed. And that's a rare combination. Let me speak directly to the version of you that used to doubt. You are no longer stuck. You are no longer overlooked. You are no longer invisible. Everything is shifting in your favor, even now. The work you've done in silence is calling wealth in loud ways. The promises that were delayed are arriving as a downpour. The version of you that cried at night is about to laugh in joy by day. The overflow isn't a theory. It's a reality. And soon, it will be undeniable to everyone who once questioned your path. The tables are turning. The tide is rising. And you, chosen one, are at the center of it all. Your aura is different now. There's a glow around you. There's a frequency coming off you that signals, I am ready. People may not be able to describe it, but they feel it. The universe definitely feels it. And money? It's responding to it. Resources are being redirected to you. Ideas are being activated in you. Generational patterns are being rewritten through you. You're not just receiving wealth, you're becoming wealth. Your life is becoming the answer to someone else's prayer. And the millions you're about to touch are not just for you. They're for legacy, for lineage, for something far greater than just the moment. From this moment forward, affirm it with every breath. I am wealthy. I am deserving. I am aligned. I am magnetic. These are not just affirmations. They are declarations. Declarations shift your reality. Declarations pull the future into the now. Declarations make the unseen obey. And when you speak them with conviction, your life begins to obey your voice. So speak boldly. Live loudly. And don't shrink back from the flood of favor that's rushing toward you. You don't need to apologize for your rise. You've earned it in every possible way. Let the evidence start showing up. Expect it. Look for it. Feel it. Say thank you in advance. Smile for no reason. Laugh at the timing. And most of all, stay ready. Because the speed at which the blessings come may shock you. They may come so fast that your only response is awe. That's okay. You were meant for sudden miracles. You were built for radical shifts. And this is one of them. From here on, life will not feel the same. Money will not be the same. You will not be the same. The version of you that once worried about survival is gone. In its place stands someone who is ready for overflow, someone who wins, someone who is living proof that it's possible. And Chosen One, this is only the beginning. You've crossed an invisible threshold, and nothing will ever be the same. You can feel it, even if you can't fully explain it. There's a quiet certainty building in your spirit. It's not noise, it's not chaos, it's a calm knowing. And that knowing is wealth in its purest form. That knowing is a sign that your reality is catching up to your frequency. That's what happens when the internal and external finally align. You've done the work, whether people noticed or not. And now the results are about to be undeniable. You're not going to have to announce your success. Your life is going to do the talking for you. Everything you've been through has led to this moment. Nothing has been wasted. Not a single delay. Not a single disappointment. Not even the heartbreaks or the setbacks. They were all ingredients in a divine formula. And now, that formula is producing overflow. This is your compensation season. And the currency won't just be money. It will be respect, peace, freedom, and time. You're being paid in full for every moment you stayed strong when it would have been easier to give up. You're being rewarded for your resilience. The harvest will be greater than the pain. That's a promise written into the fabric of your journey.